time. You were invited here by someone who really feels you need to hear about this opportunity, whether it's to get involved in the products that we have, or if you need to supplement your income or make a full-time income. This is the place to be. And tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce to all of you, we started a new series here. We're calling it the MSI Instructor of the Week. And tonight, it's my pleasure and my honor to introduce one of our very own, our Southern gal, Miss Sherry Lacey Hayes.
Thank you, Stacy. Welcome, everyone. And I'm so delighted to be here tonight. I have been with this Wine of the Month program and or business since the beginning. And I have to tell you, it is absolutely awesome. The wine is great quality at a great price, and the business, I can't think of anything better than the compensation program that we have, which our co-founder and CEO is going to show you tonight or tell you about. So it is, I love it, and I'm so happy to be part of it and be here. So without any further ado, I will give you Mr. Roy Rickard, who should be coming up in a minute. He was here.
I'm here. I'm just watching you do your thing, Sherry.
Anyway, you can take it away, sir.
Yeah, welcome everyone. And we're going to just do an overview of what DTC Ambassador is about. This is an amazing opportunity, and I'm just going to explain where we're going, how we got here, and what the future looks like. And I think that's a really good thing to do as we're rounding into the next year. So, you know, we've got today, and then you can write this down already. So we do an opportunity review every Monday at 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific, 8 Central, 9 Eastern, every Monday. And we also do a wine and dine with our wine ambassador program every Wednesday. And that happens a half hour earlier than this started. So it's at 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. And we have our incredible members that they're going to be on here cooking and pairing these amazing wines with foods. And Sherry will be running that this Wednesday, right, Sherry?
Right.
And so she's got some amazing things lined up. And we do that every Wednesday. And then Saturday, just around the DTC Ambassador, we have a training hour. We focus very heavy on wines and other directions we're going. And I'm going to talk about that briefly, but that's every Saturday. And that's at 9 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Mountain, 11 Central, and noon Eastern, the same link, right? And we do trainings on how to promote, how to market, wine knowledge. It's just constant. And the world of wine is very big. It's very vast, and it's going to take a lifetime to understand it all. And that's a great thing about it. And we get to do that on a regular basis. It's not going anywhere. It's been here for over 7,000 years. And what we are focused on is a very amazing niche, and that is true fine wines made in the appropriate way so that they do have the health benefits to it. So there are literally two types of wines that are out there now, and I'm going to say it like that because not all wines are made equal. And there's a true fine wine that's made to the right fashion, meaning it's made the proper way. It's allowed to age the way it was intended to, so that it naturally creates the sulfites, the preservatives in the wine, that it naturally creates the alcohol and the consistency of the wine, and all the components of wine are made properly. There's those wines. Then there's what the conglomerates buy up and do, and they found ways that they can make wine in 3 months, not 3 years, not 4 years, but in 3 months. And they speed up the process. And part of that process doesn't create natural sulfites, so they add artificial sulfites, because you have to have sulfites in wine. It's a preservative. And the artificial sulfites cause our body fatigue and creates headaches because they're not natural. And that's the basics of that. But they also add additives in there that if you knew what they were, you would not want to drink them or consume them. And if you ever want to scare yourself, just go Google arsenic in wine. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want any arsenic at all. I know there's trace amounts in some foods that we get. I know that I shouldn't be eating cherry pit because they have a high, content of arsenic. I also know that they're in the apple seeds and I should be just chomping down apple seeds. I get that. But I don't need it added to things that I don't know it's added to, and I don't need to have other things added there for flavoring that's offsetting the wines. And what we get to do is bring the high quality wine that would sell in the old way of retail for $100 to $120 a bottle. And we get to deliver member pricing because we're the DTC model, which is direct to consumer. And what that means in its truest form is we take all the middlemen out. We go from manufacturing to your door and get rid of all the middlemen in between. And there's always going to be a shipping cost, right? It's got to be shipped even to the retail sides, but we lower the carbon footprint as much as possible and also alleviate all the different markups to deliver it right to the home. And that is the marketplace we're in. And we've proven it with wine. And wine's a big area to prove it. There are several different distribution markups that go in a traditional wine. So the wine is created, and then it goes through markups and distribution as it goes from manufacturer to retail, right? It goes from different places and it gets distributed out, and there's different markups. Well, we just eliminate those. We literally have a warehouse that's a very clean, it's a clean place to create wine. And our wine's in there and it's sitting for years, as long as it needs to get ready. It's got love and attention from the winemakers, and then it's bottled in the same facility. Okay, and then it goes from the bottling and the production facility. It literally goes about a mile down the road to our shipping warehouse, where we then pick it, pack it, and ship it right to your door. It doesn't touch anybody else. There's no other markups. There's no middlemen. There's no other distribution points. And it allows us to run a very economically sound business, give a great value better than anything else you can get in the marketplace, shipped right to your home. And these are amazing wines. And, you know, we commission the best winemakers in Napa and Sonoma Valley, and it's a great relationship. They don't want to market. They want to just make their craft. And that's what they get to do with us. They get to just make the craft year in, year out, year in, year out. We got 28 varietals in the shelves there in a massive warehouse that are being worked on, and we bottle them and release them as they're ready. And they're done in a boutique way. Like, you know, we're not creating massive, you know, gallons and volumes of wine. We're creating boutique wines that are true to form, fine wines delivered right to your door. That's the business we're in. These are our labels. These are wines that are commissioned to be made for us. You know, I'm not a winemaker, but I sure like great wine, and I'm going to hire the best. And that's what we do. We commission the best winemakers. They are, you know, notably the best in what they make. We've got the best Merlots, the best Cab Sauvignons, the best Sauvignon Blancs. We've got the best Chardonnays because we commission the best winemakers in Napa and Sonoma to make them for us. Our label goes on them proudly, and we ship them right to your door. That's the model of that. Now, the direct-to-consumer model, the direct-to-consumer marketplace is an $800 billion marketplace that in the very near term is set to reach over $1 trillion as an industry. That's the marketplace we're in. That's the future we are in. And our opportunity is not just wine. Wine helped get us here for sure. Wine's not going anywhere. That all roads lead to wine with us, but we are entering other direct consumer marketplace areas that have big needs that we can fulfill. And we're working on education, and I mean that K through 12, like your standard education for school, higher education, and then the sky's the limit on education directions we're going to be offering, helping deliver proper courses, accredited courses to the home. It's a need not just for the US, but globally. We get to tackle the education issue, which is astoundingly horrible across the globe. And the problems that we see here in the US aren't just the problems that are in the US, they're everywhere too. We've been involved in education in tutoring schools and the applications of proper education K through 12 out of Australia since 2017. And we've been able to set up the systems and programs to launch our Brain Food Ambassador program, which is all part of DTC Ambassador. So while we're doing this opportunity with wine, we're also adding that as well as legal and insurance services that we're going to be offering our Protection Ambassador program, all under the same umbrella of DTC Ambassador. So if you're a DTC Ambassador and you have access to market our Wine of the Month Club, you also will have access to participate in our education programs, our legal and protection services, and anything else we put under the DTC umbrella. We also have kiosks, what we call kiosk offers, in our umbrella, which is everything from protein popcorn to bass fishing things to you name it that we offer in our marketing place. And that's also paid out through the DTC Ambassador Program. And again, these are all programs that are ordered by the consumer, shipped right to their door, direct to consumer. That's what we're part of. And we're gonna build this up to a massive level in the next coming years. We're adding more things to it. We're adding proper spirits. I was just on the phone with one of our amazing leaders today, and I'm in a celebratory frame. I just got the latest release of our soon-to-be whiskey. I'm checking where things are at. I just got it today, guys. I had to drive out and meet them. It's direct from our distillery, which is based in Mexico. Anyway, you guys, I haven't even opened up yet. I'm waiting until tonight when I can calmly relax, light the fire, sit there with Tanya, and let's see where things are at. Niall, I didn't get any to ship you yet, but I'll let you know how it goes. So that being said, I'm going to show you guys the compensation plan and let you guys know it's very, very lucrative. Also, before I go into it, you are partners with us. So we are not your traditional, I would call you network marketing or multi-level company. We consider you partners. We have an amazing compensation plan that rewards you for building teams and supporting growth of gaining customers and helping build on other ambassadors and helping them add customers and ambassadors. That's how we're building. We are, through word of mouth and professional marketing. Now, as owners of DTC Ambassador, we are owned and ran by professional marketers that understand what it's like to be in the field. So much so that when we built this entire platform, it was built the way we wanted it to be built, which is the way we would want you the way we would want it to be built if it was us coming into the program, obviously knowing how the backside works. We want to treat you the same way we would want to be treated. There are no corporate salaries. Everybody in the corporate office makes money building with the team. We're building with you. And from our house to your house, Tanya and I, we own professional lead generation companies. That's our background. That's what we've been doing for over 3 decades. And so we have found a way where we can use our philanthropy to invest into you as our partners, growing DTC Ambassador and everything that we do here with Triple R 247 and our training platforms. We invest with you. We pay for your marketing. We just ask that you receive it and go to work. We're here to build with you. Many of you, you'll see in the things, we're doing everything we can to help grow the customer bases with you. And that's where we step it to a new level. And I'm very, very excited about what's coming in 2023. And we're going to be making some changes. We're going to be making some pivots because we are growing our representation as the corporate, brands of our wines and where they market. So there's 3 levels of being an ambassador, and there's actually 4. I'm going to go into the 4 levels. So we have a non-ship, and this is also our ambassador level that is going into effect next year. If people are just to be part of our education ambassador program or our legal program, that we have a standard ambassador now. And that it's formerly our non-ship. And until those other programs are officially fully launched, they're on their way. Programming is being done, graphics are being done, implementation's all going to be talked about, and we're going to be rolling those out in trainings. But until those are done, we have a non-ship rate to come in, and that ends when it goes to a standard rate. And the standard rate will be $200 plus $50 annual fee, so it'll be $250. It's just a little. It's literally $100 less than coming in with wine. And that's just for those that don't want to be part of the wine program coming to their house, but they can get paid on it. Everything is under the same umbrella. So we have that, and then we have estate, reserve, and grand cru. So there's 4 levels. We have ambassador, just a regular ambassador. We have estate ambassador, reserve ambassador, and grand cru ambassadors. And our grand cru ambassadors participate in our global marketing. All right, our global marketing. And that'll be for our global marketing of all of our brands, all of our services, that when they come in, we're going to rotate them to active members that are at the Grand Cru level, because Grand Cru means not only our premium wines, but you also know our Grand Cru wines, which is that next level wine. And our Grand Cru wines, those will be retailing for $350 to $700 a bottle. Those are those really amazing wines, the work that goes into them, the quality of the fruit that goes into them, the quality of the grapes. Those are the next level wines. And the way that this program was built is you come in as an estate, you get 1 case of wine. You get an amazing value. You pay the lowest price that we have, which is our Grand Cru pricing. So our starter kits are at the best price. We don't charge a premium for them. We want you to experience our wines. We want you to represent our wines. All right. And that's the main compensation plan I'm going to show you, but the compensation structure is the same for everything that we do based on BV, based on requirements. Anything that we add in DTC Ambassador affects the same comp plan. So when I show it to you, don't try to complicate it. It's super easy, super basic. It's bring on other ambassadors and build your customers. And we build a left team and a right team. And I'm gonna briefly cover what that means. You have a left team and a right team, and you add business partners, ambassadors, and customers on both sides. You want to balance them out. The more volume you have on both sides, that's what you get paid on. Okay. And I'm going to explain that again when I bring up the compensation plan. But I want you guys to understand that when they come in as an estate, you get a case of wine. You come in as a reserve, you get 2 cases of wine. Or you can come in as an estate, get a case of wine, pay the difference, and upgrade and get the difference. So if you only got one, if you already got a case, you'll get an additional case. There's 2 cases at the estate level. Or one case at the estate level, 2 at the reserve level. Grand Cru is 2 cases, and then a 6-bottle Grand Cru selection, which is worth $2,800 retail right now. And you get that for an additional $600. So for $1,200, you get everything. 2 cases of wine, the Grand Cru, 6-bottle case or half case. And it comes in a nice wooden box while supplies last. And the Grand Crus get put into our nationwide marketing, and they get invited to our Grand Cru events and everything that's there. And it is made for progression. There's 2 types of wine drinkers that come into our program. Some that don't know much about wine, they know they might like it, and they're like learning that there's a difference in these wines. The ones that are made by the conglomerates, which is 85% of the marketplace, and then a true fine wine, which you can't beat our value anywhere. Then you have your wine connoisseurs. And a wine connoisseur is, like us, that knows the value of wines, and don't be shocked when they just buy the Grand Cru because it's an amazing value. But those that get a case, they're going to love it. They're going to get the second case. And by the time anybody's tried 2 cases of our wine, there is no way you're not going to wonder, well, these are really good, but I wonder what that Grand Cru is like. And that's where they get to experience that next level. And that's how it was built. We had the highest upgrade process I've ever seen in any business, but it's our product is right. And our product is unbelievable. You cannot beat our wines for the value. And that's where we go. And we're bringing true wines to the marketplace. We're bringing true spirits. We're bringing true education and processes. We get to eliminate a lot of issues, and we're dealing in the direct-to-consumer marketplace. Hence the DTC Ambassador. We made a huge brand change to go that direction because that's where we want to be. And you guys will get to our trainings and understand even more. And again, Tanya and I, from our family to yours, are here to provide your marketing, pay for the marketing, teach you how to use it with our amazing training staff, and help you build this as a serious business. You can have hobby income here, part-time, full-time, or even career life-changing incomes here, and we're here to support you through the entire process. All right, let's go ahead and pull up our compensation plan. All right, you can see all that, right? Let's make sure we're on the right page. There we go. Okay, so here's our comp plan. And it's on dtcambassadorcompplan.com, and it'll forward you to this PDF. There's 3 ways to get started. Become a wine customer or a customer of any of our DTC products. It's $99.95 a month. That's 4 incredible bottles of our amazing and fine wines. And and I tell everybody, like, if you just really want to check out the wine quality and you're like, I don't know about this as an opportunity, just become a wine customer. Try it that way. Each bottle is worth the price of admission, really. They would retail for $100, $120 a bottle. You're getting 4 at this price, and that's incredible. Then we have our memberships, Estate, Reserve, Grand Cru. And then our third, this is our non-product marketing package. And this is something that's going to be modified as soon as we launch the education and everything. Until then, it's an amazing deal. So get with the person here that brought you here to walk through that. Not everybody, we market wine to the entire world. There's hundreds of millions of people that drink wine in the US alone. There is, literally billions in the world that drink wine on a regular basis around the world. And it's a big marketplace, and we're growing that. And then I'm going to go over the ways we get paid. And I'm going to go over one more thing. I'm going to do this in reverse order of normal. This is what it takes. This is the requirements for the rank. And the rank's important because based on your rank, the higher your rank, the more you get paid. But the ranks here are, 1-star ambassador all the way to what we call an executive ambassador. This is the personal ambassadors are required to bring in. And this is the personal customers required. We want you to get 3. There's a reason why. 3 means you get your wine for free. And then our volume requirement has an asterisk on it because the volume is based on a 2 team or the binary. Binary means 2. So if it says 50 BV, which is really that's 1 order, the requirement, in order for you to be at that achievement, you need to have 30% of that from one leg and 70% or less from another leg. So you get credit for all the volume, but for rank achievement values, 30-70 is the split, not 60-40, not 50-50, but 70% needs to come from one leg, no more than, and no less than 30%. And then based on your level in the company, this is the binary percentage you get paid out every week. I'll explain that when I go up. And so it starts out at 6, it goes all the way to 22. Then we have what's called a check match, which is based on your personal ambassadors that you bring in. When they receive binary pay, you get a check match of that at 30% starting when you're a 3-star ambassador. And when you hit a 6-star ambassador, you get 50% of that. And so I just want to show you, this is the requirements. It's down there, very simple. It's just about growing your teams. And then this is where the ways we get paid, and customers and ambassadors alike, we get paid in free wine. And the free wine is awesome, right? I mean, nothing's better than getting it for free, but we literally value your first 3 customers you bring in the business at $400 a year each. We want you to get free wine. We want you to be, promoting it. We want it to be something that's on your mind and something that you're willing to share and educate people on, because that's the way this model works. And if you just have one customer, and I spell it out everywhere, but if you just have one customer and they order consecutively, or collectively, right? Once there's 3 orders, cumulative. It doesn't have to be consecutive, but cumulative. Once you have 3 customer orders, you get wine for free the next month. So if you have one customer and they order January, February, March, you get credit for free wine in April. If you have 2 that are ordering wine, January, February, you're going to get credit for free wine and you're basically going to get wine 2 out of 3 months free. And if you have 3 customers ordering every month, you're going to get credit for free wine every month. And that's our free wine program. That's for customers and ambassadors, okay? Ambassadors, we bring people in, you get paid on their starter kits. Now, this is where we as a company literally lose money in what's called acquisition costs. We make it very attractive to bring people in and give them an amazing value on the wines. They literally get our Grand Cru pricing, and they get the wine, and we want them to experience the wine because they're going to love it, and then they're going to want to represent it. We stand behind that. But not only are they getting our wines at an amazing value, but we give you 50% of it towards you as a commission for bringing them in as a starter kit sell. We know it takes time and energy to represent this. And so when you add up the values of the wine, what the wine's cost and then paying that commission, we are definitely investing with you. We call it acquisition cost, and we set it up that way. Again, we know what it's like in the field. We want you to get paid really well, and we make money when they stay in the program. Obviously, our wines keep people in. Once they try them and they see what this is about, this is the fun thing to be part of. It's very sexy, as I like to say. Wine is amazing. It's the most relevant thing I've ever marketed. But we wanted to get them in at a great value, have them show them that, but also reward you very well for doing so. And that way, if you bring in 1, 2, or 3 a week, you're creating that part-time and full-time income, and it allows you to make this a main focus. And so we invest with you in that. And that's where our acquisition cost, we understand it. That's a professional thing we understand. And while it is a loss leader, it proves out to get people involved in our wine. And wine is an amazing thing. You can say your wine's better, but when people taste it, it's undeniable. And that's why we know we got to do it this way. We've proven this out for we're in 7 years of proving this model out now. We wanted to make sure everybody understood that, and that's our customer acquisition bonus. So our wine starter kits. And then we have our customer acquisition bonus. So as you bring customers on, your 4th customer forward, you're going to get a $20 bonus, and you get $10 a month for your fourth customer forward. Your first three are covered in your free wine. Very lucrative on those. And then you get $10 a month, but your ambassadors kick in too, because ambassadors are also customers. If they're getting wine, every time they order wine, you're getting $10 a month. And that's our ambassador customer acquisition bonus. So if you have 100 customers that are ambassadors and customers, you know, that's $1,000 a month just in that model of payment. Then we have our binary. So we got the wine starter kits, which is upfront money. Then we have our acquisition, which is monthly money. Then we have our binary, which is paid out weekly. And what happens is every Wine Wednesday at midnight Eastern, the computer takes a snapshot of the volume on your left team and the volume on your right team. And then whatever volume is the lesser of, you get upwards of 22% of that based on your rank in the company, paid out the following Friday. You know, we close out commissions every Wednesday night and they're paid the following Friday. And that's the starter kit commissions. That's our acquisition bonuses. That's our binary pay and our check match. And the check match is binary pay overrides that you get off of your personal ambassadors. So as you help your ambassadors come in and build their two teams, you're also going to get a check match on their performance. Some of our top leaders make more money in their check match in their own binary because they're building it properly. And that's our compensation plan. And I'm just going to let you guys know, like, get with the person that got you here. Tell them thank you. We know we make a lot of money with our wine program. We're adding more programs to it. And we're going to add other DTC programs that you're going to get paid on because you're part of that team and building. And from Tanya and my family to yours, we're going to fund your marketing to help you build this. We're going to teach you how to present it. You know, it takes high touch. You've got to talk to people and share this opportunity. We do this call every Monday for you to bring people in. We do the wine and dine every Wednesday to show people how fun wine is with food. And we're doing the Saturday trainings. And as we add the education program, we're going to offer more trainings and availability for that. As we add the legal services, more training available for that. And then we constantly are training on our Tuesdays and our Saturdays on our kiosk offers on how we build those. So get with the person that brought you here, take advantage of this. If you just want to focus on wine, fantastic. Just know that we're building a huge opportunity around that. And while all roads lead to wine, we also like to build incredible incomes and have the lifestyle that we can appreciate with these fine wines. God bless.